This is Brendan. I'm Sarah. I'm a stay-at-home mom to Lily and Will.
I would say that one of my favorite times with our family was, I think it was a year and a half ago, we took all the family down to Bryce Canyon and we stayed in a cabin and we watched movies, and Will did his first really big hike where he hiked all the way up and down Bryce Canyon.
And that's how I earned my Camelback.
Yes, he did. I really enjoy like seeing my kids grow up and sort of become creative and intellectual. Me and Will, one thing we like to do is play with some robotics and electronics and even like some computer stuff, and that's sort of something we can do sort of one-on-one. I think that timing-wise, I think we wanted the kids to be, some good enough separation. They have their own identity, but also sort of, the ability to not have two babies at the same time, which just I think makes life difficult. They're about 3 years apart. That's sort of what we were looking for, which is just about right. One set of diapers, one baby.
I mean, I grew up in a small family, so that just sort of felt natural to me to begin with.
I mean, you have your first kid and you get to spend a lot of time with them when they're young, but if you've got 3 kids when they're 5 or so, then how much of that 5-year-old do you really get to spend time with and see them at all these different ages, because they're so different at every age that I would just feel like I had missed out on what a 5-year-old, Will at 5 was like, or Lily at 2, I guess I have a problem sometimes with finding the right balance. I think you want to spend as much time with your family, but I think you also need to make sure that you've got a little bit of your own hobbies and identity and things like that.
My parents are pretty big proponents of small families, and so I would say if I felt any sort of pressure, it was that way. I think it's important before you have children to discuss your individual parenting philosophies and everything from discipline to any kind of parenting style. That's important to be on the same page with.
I would say that you should also think about what you want, how you imagine your life to be. Do you imagine that you're going to spend all your time with your family, your kids, or do you imagine that you're going to have, a job that takes lots of hours, or sports that you're going to be doing, or hobbies, and just you want to make sure that you think about all those things. And I would also think about just sort of like what your temperament is. How much time do you think you want to spend with what does your Saturday look like, and I think you've got to think about all those things, and that should sort of inform what you do. If you just go out and have a lot of kids, you may find that there's other things you want to do that you just don't have time or money or resources for.